Okay, for the demonstration part, I've prepared the following setup. On left side, I have the test column com acting as the device connector. On the right side, I have the demo column com acting as the target of the device connection. The case example here in the demonstration is a scenario where we want to have multiple groups bringing their content together, sharing parts of the categories, and then sharing at least some of their content. So in the case example, we will bring in to the test group the category collection from the demo group, and then we will output the text content collection back to the demo group. For more specific details of the demo, the steps will be following. We introduce the device client on the test connection. Then we perform the negotiation. So after we've introduced the client, we activate the negotiation process, which validates the client side, and then it requires validation on the device connecting side. I have my email available of those initiating accounts so that we can see how we click through the validation emails. Then we introduce the inputs and outputs on the test group, and then we activate the input and output through and verify it from the storage. Then we make some content more on the categories and on the text content to either sides, both the sides, and then we rerun the download and upload and verify again from the storage. So let's begin the demonstration. So we have the same kind of system that on the demo side. The menu is a bit different looking when the window is smaller. There are two new tabs: devices as device memberships, something connected to this group, and this group's kind of clients acting as a device against some other group. Then we have another area where we have inputs and outputs. So let's add the device to connect to the other group. So this will be demo instance connector. It will ask the target bar host name and the target group ID, which is the raw group ID presented in the, for instance, in the URL. And then I create the authentication details here. Now going back, I can see the connector initiated. It doesn't have the trust ID yet and is not validated. So in this side, I have to refresh the page. For devices, we don't see anything yet. Now let's start the negotiation process. So I click to perform negotiation, and on this side it gets the trust ID and it's validated. However, on this side it's introduced in the picture, but it's not valid yet. So if we try to use it right now, it won't function. The server side won't accept the connection. And we've received the approved device connection to the owner. It's actually this group's ID, and it's requiring us, which is actually the same user, to confirm the email validation of the thing. So I confirm that this device connection is valid, and it will forward me back to the group. I can see it in here that it's validated. I can close this tab here so that I stay on the same pages. Refresh here, and now my device connection is validated. So basically it has the same trust ID identifying the encryption keys, and it's valid on both sides. Now let's add the inputs. So in these steps we'll introduce an input and validate that one. So I'll introduce what we will be fetching. Fetch categories from common cat group. Location URL will be actually the complete URL within this case. Oh, let's not. Okay, the ID is still complete. Aldo global impact OIP / category collection / master collection, and the local content name will be category collection XML. Then I'll choose the authentication in this case, because otherwise the system cannot connect to that private group, and I create the information input. Now let's get back the information sources. It's introduced here, it's validated, is still pending, so we go again back to the email, look that we have approve input joining to owner and our group number. I'll simply click through from there, close the tab from here, refresh the page from this side, and see that our input is now valid. Okay, then let's try to download the input. So we perform the fetch for that part, and so far so good, no errors. So we go and check the storage in a bit later. Now we introduce the output from this side again. How did we name the input? It's fetch categories. So in this case we put the output push text contents to common group. Our destination URL in this case, it will not be complete path to where we want to push. So we take this URL, name the destination content in text contents collection XML, and the local content URL will be from our group root auto global impact OIP / text content collection / master collection, and again we use the authentication, the same part, and create the output. The output is again not valid until we go again to our inbox, approve the output, close the tab from here, refresh the page, go back to the output, and then let's try and upload the output as well. Okay, no errors so far. So then let's go to the storage and see what's in there. I have both of the instances, and the test and the demo are running in consolidated storage. They are independent instances, but they are located in here. So in test side, I had a group named A5 here, and this should have something in the ball core, something that we did input in, which is about this one. If we look at the input ID is 45401, which starts to equal this one, we go to the folder, and this is how the storage in the ball is. It's a kind of directory structure. So we have the category collection in here, and if you look at the relative location of this file, it's actually coming from the demos side. So this is the reason we cannot accept the files as is. It's always placed on the separate input folder that it needs to be processed. Now let's take a look of our push content. So on the demo side we have a group named 9C7. Let's go check that one out. Group 9C7, the ball core. Here we shouldn't have anything in inputs, which is correct. We don't have anything. We don't have outputs either. What we have is the device that has been sending here something. So we go here, see the text contents collection, and from its relative location again we can identify that it's coming from the test column com. Okay. So for the last part of this demo, let's add some content. So let's imagine that this demo group that's been device target for all the groups coming together, it has some kind of category structure that I wanted to be elsewhere. So we want to have common category 1, common cat 1. We save that one. And then we add another one, common category 2. Then in here we go and do the push again. Pull again. So we fetch inputs and go back to storage. So we are supposed to be in the test instance of the ball, and in there A500 its information input category collection just about now modified, and if I click it open, it actually has the common category 2 and common category 1 content within. So it's coming from that source. Let's do it the other side as well. So I add few text content to common area, my subtitle, me, my excerpt, my body. I save the text content in this test side. Let's go and push the output, and then in the storage browsing let's go back to the demo column com 9C7 device. It's also quite recently updated, and here we have my excerpt, me, text content. And actually we can also verify that the contents are exactly the same. If we look at the properties, there is this unique content. Based on the content, this is the unique number that Azure counts for the numbers. So this is the pushed one. So it's from the demo side if we look, and then if we go back to the test side, the same group, but in this case we go and see the text content collection in here. It's differently named, but nonetheless if we take its properties and check out the MD5, it's exactly the same. So we are basically pushing and pulling the content unmodified between the instances of the ball. So that's all for this demo. Thanks for watching.